The film starts in 1939 when we see a girl in a tape recorder. There she was, Henrik Borch's skull take across in her hand and the point toward the sky. She was also praying. As soon as this happened, light came from the darkness. Because there was a solar eclipse earlier, now because her prayer had been answered, everyone started considering her to be savior for themselves. They look at the girl with hopeful eyes and come close to her and gathers there. All of them were holding a cross in their hands. After this, the story is shown in 10 years later. There is a time of 1949. We see a sister named Narcissia who comes to church with her belongings, and she sees there are also a lot of bolt marks on their church. Then the other one sister who came with a hat of none hair took Narcissa inside. She says that after the war, when there was peace and thirsty, the old people of church had left this place. Among the old people, there are only me, sister, and my mother superiors. Now this church has been turned into the school hostel for the poor children. The children of the poor people come here to study and live. Now Narcissia meets mother superiors who is running this school and hostel. Narcissia looks at the picture of the same girl in these rooms whom we saw in the beginning. Actually, this girl was no one else but Sister Narcissia. During their conversation, we came to know Narcissia has come here to teach the school because recently a sister had left the schools, but no one knew where she had suddenly gone. Narcissia is given a room where she keeps her belongings, but her staircase was not fastening, and when she checked, there was a box lying. When she opened it, there was a letter, a picture of sister, and which picture also had name of sister, which is Socorro. Taking her picture in her hand, Narcissia takes the name of Sister Socorro. So as soon as this happened, the chair in the front which fall down with the sound. Someone outside the door start beating loudly. Although Narcissia opens the door and looks, but she does not see anyone there. But yes, she sees the marks on the wall front of her rooms, which was not there. But she ignored it and come to her class to teach the children. And she tells the children about herself first and start writing her name on the black host. And now as soon as Narcissia wrote her name, all the children start getting sacred. They start numbling some things. One girl, Rosa, is sacred that her excitement come out. After class, Narcissia come to Rosa and ask that when I wrote my name on the blackboard, then why were you? And all were surprised. But before Rosa could say anything, her twin sister refused to tell Rosa that she did not tell Rosa anything. Now when Narcissa come to her rooms, she saw that the mark on the wall which had seen before is now increased a little more. At night someone drew another line there, but Narcissia still does not pay much attention to it. Later, Mother Superior showed in that her album, which also had a picture of those sisters and nuns who died while working there. There was a picture missing in the album, which Narcissia understand that the missing picture must be sister of Socorro. And with that one, she found that she comes back to her room and start looking at the picture of sister Socorro. Once again, the chair start moving and fell down with the sound like before. Someone start knocking at the door loudly. She opened the door. She listened carefully, but there was no one. No, she start feeling that must be happening by some mistake. That's why she start beating herself, because in their region it is believed that if you beat and punish yourself, then your sin will be washed away. Now let's look at the girl was sleeping in the next room. One girl wakes up because she has to go the washrooms. That's why she tells Rusa to come with her. Now Rusa was hearing a static noise from the outside. She still ignored it and come to the washroom with her friends. But here too it started catching. Suddenly the water tap opened to on its own. The whole bath is full. The water also starts shaking violently, but suddenly all water disappears somewhere. So the Rusa finds someone caught here in the bathtub, and she was looking at her. That's why she feels someone presence there. That's why she screamed loudly, hearing the sound of screaming. The head starts singing. No one of the girl who were sleeping inside starts screaming. She tells that the girl in her sleep has cut my ears because there was a sister there and her hair was removed. Now because Russa had found this girl hairs, everyone thought the Russa cut hairs. Although she cries and refuses that it didn't. Although she crashes and refuses, I didn't do it, but no one believes her. And the head nun also beats her a lot, and she feels very angry. The next morning, when her sister in the class, she saw that Rosa was not in the class today. She found out the head nun, and he had locked her in cell as a punishment. When Narcissa went to her cell, Rosa tells that yes, I didn't do that, and that time I saw a girl's soul in the bathrooms. I didn't see it, but in fact, before you came, many people heard the sound of soul and they could be seen. Moreover, all of us children saw that mark on the wall and Delhi's, which was made in front of your room when we told this sister whose place your cam. She made a photo of the pictures and completed that incomplete pictures. She didn't this so that she could tell all of us there is a no soul there, although the soul is there. But when the sister completed the pictures, her name was written on the blackboard itself. After that, she disappointed. No one knows where she has gone, whose place you have come to teach the children. Rusa tells that when you came to class on the first day, when you were writing your name on the blackboard, this is the reason why all the children attention, because one's name is written on the blackboard, it means that his death or disappearance is certain. When Narcissa came back in the morning, she saw the sister wash kitchens, and upon asking, the sister said that this is the breakfast of children of tomorrow morning. She also gives some Momo Narcissa to eat, so that she can tell how it tastes. Narcissa eats, but it tastes very strange, and she feels guilty, and now tears starting coming from the mouth, and she had seen it was found that it was not a momo but a human eyes. And seeing this, Narcissa heart gets bad. She felt very bad, and now as she looks, she found that these eyes were not of anyone's but the sister, who was now looking scary without eyes. Seeing in her such a state, Narcissa gets scared badly. She starts screaming loudly. So then they ran to the room where someone were trying to kill her by pressing her throat and whole ladies, because her face was covered and the cloth were bursting and starting hurting, so with which Narcissa eyes opened. Seeing this, she breathed a sigh. It was just faint dream of her eyes. She saw that mark has now become bigger, which she saw from in the beginning. The dead man into mark now was 2 hands and 1 legs, and now only 1 leg was left to be hand, and with which was picture will be completed. Anyone ignoring this picture, Narcissa come to teach the children one way ignoring this, and once again the children start getting sacred while speaking softly. Rosa got so sacred that she immediately got up and ran away from there. Narcissa sees that now the Rosa names is written on the blackboard, but she came straight to the Russia from here so that she could handle her. Narcissa tries to make her understand that, look, there is no need to worry, I am with you. Crying, Rusa tells her that girl's shawls and is now visible everywhere. To me, Narcissa does not understand what to do. Then she holds Rusa's hands and complete the picture by making the last leg of the pictures so that she can tell her, like previous sisters, that there is no soul there. But suddenly Rusa got sacred again. She tells Narcissa that there is someone behind you, but no, she is not child soul but a sacred. As soon as Narcissa turned to see her, there was no one there, but now when she looked back, Rusa disappeared. Narcissa got very scared. She and her twin sister looked everywhere, but she is nowhere. In fear, Narcissa tells that had none, the Rusa has disappeared, and start scolding Narcissa, and she got very angry with her. She told her to leave the school. It seemed as if he had none did not Narcissa to know what that was happening there. But Narcissa came to a small room looking for a Rusas, and but she could not go out there because someone locks up her by closing the door. Then she starts seeing a lot of eyes in front of her, and a lot of hands come from behind and by taking the name of Jesus. Then she sees Rusa corpse in front of her. She is very sad, after which she starts preparing to bury Rusa. Narcissa was crying a lot. Then she leaves the school with sad hearts, and no, as soon as she's done, the solar eclipse hit her, just like happened into her in her childhood. Just like once again darkness, and but after a while, as soon as eclipse, a bright light comes, but still sitting on her knees she kept, and she does not remove her eyes from that, and with his Narcissa eyesight goes away. That during the wars some robbers had entered this church, and robber has done a lot of wrong with poor sister Cora. So seeing this, Narcissa felt so bad that she starts screamingly. Hearing the scream, everyone is present time no, and that Narcissa eyes had gone. That's why they bring her and put her in the room, and which Narcissa takes a picture of sister Cora in her hand again. Once again she connects with that time of the past. She starts seeing what happened after the robber had done wrong with Socorro. So Narcissa sees that after this was born, and but the respect of church should not be, and that's why the mother spirit keeps a Socorro daughter inside. She never lets her go out, and her memories. Narcissa was seeing that. Then was Kosova's soul come in front of her in the present time. By now, Narcissa had also come to know that how much injustice had happened with Sister Scott. So that's why she held Sister Scott's hand in the pities, and as soon as she holds Narcissa come, which Coro has grown up, where she was a Coro's daughter, and now when the court has a hires, but mother superiors and the other sister do not take her to the doctors. They think that she goes out of the church. Everyone will look girl of the sister Coro, and that the robber, then the church will be defended, and that's why shots go in her rooms and try to cure her daughter afterwards. Then try to fill the bathroom with cold water and puts the girl in it, but the water was too cool. That's why the girl start moving her hands, and mid-time the girl had time has, and the blood start coming acting. Suddenly the girl stopped acting. This is the girl life was taken by their hands. When Skoro found out about her daughters, she could not bear this and take her own life. and Narcissa felt very bad to see all this happening in the past. She opened the rooms where the three of them had locked. Sister Chorus, the room that has always closed. No one is allowed to go there, and now as soon as the room two timelines begin, the past of one of the present, which are both connected to each others. As soon as the room was opened, her eyes open where Scoros' body is huge, and now her body starts roaming in theirs, and where the present, her soul starts scaring half theirs. His mother superior, the head nun, and the sisters, those who killed her child. In the past, Coro breaks the head, runs and faces in the strange way which killed her. Now, as soon as the head known as she dies in the present as well. Then in the past, Coro went to Mother Superior. She held her face and dropped it into the past. Similarly, as soon as Mother Superior dies in the past, she is killed in the present as well, and then Skoro killed the third sister as well. Now in the way Skoro killed the there of them and took revenge for him. And chair that was falling in Narcissa's room was actually Skoro trying to give her a sign where the rules are used to see her daughter as well. This is a complete peace and tranquility, and then this is everything was normal, absolutely fine. This school was safe in every ways, because as soon as the revenge is taken, and this is after death of the mother superiors, no one signed to nor did Skoro and her daughter's souls. And now the scene shift to years come after 40 years. After the 40th year 1991, and where now the church school had become quite big, and now the student used to come here, and she which now is being run by Narcissa, and where she had come and still used to teach the children with his story of the film. And here's please.